471 million for.
You know, the number one reason people attend auctions because they're fun.
So there's a nostalgia, there's an attachment to cars. This car is fantastic.
There are very few brands I can say I haven't driven. The ultimate cruising car. Let's go for a ride.
It's not surprising that bidding for this rare and coveted model was fierce.
Yours call. Sold, sold, sold.
It's hard to think of a more appropriate location to host an auction for classic and collectible vehicles than Monte Casino. It's one of northern Johannesburg's most iconic landmarks, and it has enough space to host 200 cars that are going under the hammer. So how do we get through such a bewildering list of vehicles? Well, we start at the letter A. Our man in the field, DJ Sabby, headed over to the Creative Rides showroom in Bryanston to get up close and personal with some of the auction lots and meet the people who put the auction together.
Right now I'm about to chat to a brother who's able to wing the room how he sees fit to get the right amount. I'm talking about Geoffrey is an auctioneer. A good afternoon.
How are you? Nice to see you.
Good seeing you, man.
Very well.
Thank you for joining us.
A pleasure.
So how did you get into this business?
By accident.
Yeah? How did it happen?
By accident. It was a weird twist of fate. Met some crazy people who are now good friends, and a couple of years later, here we are.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What makes an auction a great auction?
Probably the auctioneer.
Yeah?
You know, the number one reason people attend auctions because they're fun. And if you have a really exciting product like we do, you get a lot of people. You know, you effectively put up your hand. You're really not sure how, what for, how much, where, when, what, to, how, and you know, you could walk away with a Ferrari or an Alfa GDB6 or a Porsche.
Do you remember your first gig?
Yes. It was a disaster.
What happened?
It was a car. I sold everything for R2. It was terrible. Fridges, stoves, microwaves. It was in Cape Town. I sold everything for R2. It was a disaster, but that was almost 30 years ago. Yeah. And the next week it was R5, then it was R10, and you know, now we're auctioning off multi-million rand classic cars. It's welcome to my office. It's a lot of fun.
We are in your office. Right behind us, she's a beauty, taking it all the way back to the 80s. Tell me about this Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo GDB6 3-litre. A lot of people know the 2 litres and the 2.5 litres. This is the 3-litre. Yeah. Built only in South Africa. Okay. By a bunch of crazy people at the Alfa Romeo factory in Brits. These cars were built for racing. Yeah. To rival the Gushesh, the 35IS Evo 2s, to rival the Super Bosses. And they raced and they won a lot.
Take me through the specs around this car. What makes it special?
It's a 3-litre, bonnet's fiberglass, 6-cylinder, 6 carbs. It's a high revving engine built for racing. There's a lot of demand for these overseas. Yeah. Especially that we know that the South Africans put cars together very, very well. Our second biggest industry in the country are cars. And the car industry and car manufacturing. She may look a little ladylike, but the Scoop is a bit of a stealer.
Yeah.
She's built as a high revving racing engine, good suspension. You know, this is an everyday driving car.
Yeah.
Put her on the track, she turns into a mean machine. They think there's maybe 40 or 50 in existence that they know of. We rarely see them. We've been lucky enough. I think this is the third one we've auctioned off in 2 years.
Okay.
This one we actually found locally. She's been sitting in somebody's garage for the last 25, 30 years. Extremely low mileage.
Yeah.
And she's going to be sold to the highest bidder on auction.
How much do you think you might get for this one?
I think the first one we auctioned off, we got about 650,000.
Okay.
And that was eye-watering stuff. Nobody knew what they were worth.
Yeah.
No one had seen them. You know, there were no real great collect car auctions until Creative Rights started them about 2 years ago. About 18 months, 2 years later, we did the second one and went for 1.1 million. So that's the kind of value you're getting out of an Italian stallion.
Yeah.
If it's Italian, of any make, and it's red, it's hot. If you can find one, you're very, very lucky. If you can find one in this kind of condition with the low mileage, it's like you just don't get it.
There you have it. And let's go to the auction and see how much we will get for this baby right here.
The 1986 South African made Alfa Romeo GT V6 3-litre. Online is started 300,000, 400,000, 500,000. At 500,000 GT V6 3-litre in the 5 now. At 500,000 in the 5, 600,000. At 600,000, 700,000. At 750, at 75 now. At 75 in the 75, 5. She's live on screen at 875,000 rands. First call at 875. Second call, there's twice at 875. Fair warning, it's online, hammers high. All in, all down for the 3-litre GT6. 900,000. New bidder. At 900,000, ladies and gentlemen, in the other 999 now. Online is out, Johannesburg is back in. At 900,000, in the other 999. First call, 900,000. Second call, 900,000. On the floor in Johannesburg. Fair warning online. Hammers up. 900,000 all in, all down. Horse call. Sold. They give it at 900,000.
The GT V6 fell just short of the estimate, but 900,000 Rand is still a very respectable result for this desirable road racer. After the break, another 6-cylinder coupe comes under the hammer. Will this one live up to expectations?
20 years of age, but it still looks like it arrived yesterday. How much you think you're getting for this at an auction?
They're going to fight for this.
Yeah?
They're going to fight.
You think we might go over 2 million?
Definitely.
It's easy to understand the appeal of driving something rare and desirable, but a lot of us aren't willing to sacrifice on the creature comforts that we've gotten used to in modern day cars. This has created the need for modern day classics, such as the E46 BMW M3, which has the best of both worlds.
This baby is one you need as part of your collection. Take me through this BMW, Kev. What makes this one special?
So it's part of the M series, and BMW got 3 M's like so right, it's scary. It's like a sports car on steroids.
Okay.
Something you could drive every day, put your family into, so you could buy this as your company car and use it for the period, and yet it's collectible.
Okay.
And that makes it like super cool. They only made 500 odd of these cars in 2003 and let them go into the market in right-hand drive.
Okay.
They only brought 65 to South Africa.
Okay.
And this is number 14 of 65.
14 of 65.
They created it in a lightweight format. So it's got everything on it lightweight to make it go faster because there's weight on it. And the beauty of this car, it's only got 26,000 k's.
26,000.
So, you know, where are you going to find another one? You're not. You are going to have guys on auction fighting for this car because, again, where do you find another one?
Yeah.
Because at this rate, a full service history on the car comes out of a collection that's been super well looked after. It is mint.
It's part of the new generation. We're talking about what? Made in 2003, 2005.
So it's definitely a newer car. It's a collectible. It's a newer car into that collectible range. So very drivable, unlike your 40s and 50s and earlier, which are also collectibles and classics. But so this is a collectible, which is in theory going to grow in value. Limited numbers of the car. Really a fantastic market in the form of BMW. They know how to make cars. It is amazing.
How are we able to pick the good ones, like this one?
I think remember that the BMW as a whole sits and says, hang on, we're only making 500 of these worldwide.
Okay.
So if you're not on the list, you don't have one.
It's that simple.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
So it's super collectible because there aren't any of them. They're rare.
Yeah.
So because they made so few, they're rare. And if they sent 200 to the States and they kept 100 in Germany and they sent us 65 and sent, where are you going to find them? So because they are limited in numbers, it makes them rare, makes them collectible. So you want to buy this. So you want to get your name on the list to buy it and then keep it in your collection.
So this is 0 to 100? Like?
No, this is proper.
He doesn't want to say it on TV. All he can say, it's proper. So this is 14 of 65, only 65 came to South Africa, 20 years of age, but it still looks like it arrived yesterday. How much you think you're getting for this at an auction?
They're going to fight for this.
Yeah?
They're going to fight.
You think we might go over 2 million?
Definitely.
2 million?
Yes, definitely.
Give 2?
Yep.
2.5?
Watch, we'll see.
You know what? I think we should go back to the auction. Let's go to the auction. Let's see how much you're going to get for this baby. I say 2.6.
The M3 CSL E46. Online has already started. 500,000, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 million, 1.1, 1.25. At 1,250,000, you have it at 1.34444 now. 2 million! At 2 million, and you have it selling at 2 million and on 4, and you have it at 444 now. At 2 million, it's on the floor, ladies and gentlemen, and you have it selling at 2 now. 2,050,000 at 2,050,000. You have it selling at 2,050,000 now. They want the call, gentlemen. Here we go. First call at 2,050,000. Second call at twice at 2,050,000. 25, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 now. At 2,050,000. 2.1. 2,100,000. How do we have it at 2.111? Another 50,000. Here we go, sir. At 295, 95, 95, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. At 2,110,000. I've got 110, gentlemen. Any other? We have it 110, 10, 10, 10, 10 now. 120. 130. 10,000 is not going to do it, sir. 150. 175. 175. We have it at 175, 75, 72, 2,185,000. 2,185,000. 2.2 million. 2.3 million. 2 million, 3, 2 million, 3. Who's going to blink first? Gentlemen, 2 million, 3, 3, 3, 3 to go now. At 2 million, 3, 3, 3, 3. Selling at 2 million, 300,000 now. At 2 million, 3. Fair warning, gentlemen. He's got the calculator out. 2,300,000. It'll be worth more next year. 2,300,000. 2,310,000. At 310, 310, 10, 10. 50, sir. At 2,310,000 now. At 310. 350,000. At 2,350, 35, 35, 35, 5, 5, 5, 5. Shane, I think you got this one. At 2,355, 5, 5. First call at 2,350,000. Second call at 2,350,000. Third and final online was smashed out long ago. Congratulations, sir. Sold! 2,350,000 rands. Sold for a South African record at 2,350,000.
Well done to Kevin and Sabby, whose estimates proved to be almost right on the money. After the break, we turn back the clock to a more relaxed time.
It's a cruising car. It's a stylish car. And just the whole look of it, with the big white walls, it has just so much presence to it.
Some cars perfectly embody a period in history, like the original Mini, which is everything great about the swinging 60s. The Mazda RX-7 is just as 80s as shoulder pads and the Eurythmics, and the 1950s is all about post-war optimism and prosperity. And our next car is a rolling testament to both.
Now, this car made its debut out in the US of A. Apparently, it was in Detroit. This is a 1955 Thunderbird Mark. It's a beauty of a beast. Tell me a little bit more.
So, again, styling, it's really, really sleek.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Lots of things are changing in the world in the 50s.
Yeah.
And they were, design-wise, coming in leaps and bounds forward. This 55 looks exquisite in this cream color. Oof, the red leather roof just really, really makes it pop. And it also has a soft top as well. Going to the back of it, it has a Continental kit, which basically what it did is they extended the bumper, they added a spare wheel to it, so that when you went cruising, you've got a flat tire, you've at least got a decent spare, and you've got a full-size trunk. This particular car has been a little bit resto modded. The original motor would have been a 292. This has been upgraded to a 302 cubic inch motor with a automatic box. And the automatic box has been upgraded, and it is just really beautiful. It's a cruising car, it's a stylish car, and just the whole look of it, with the big white walls, it has just so much presence to it.
The styling and the design, I know we've spoken about it before, but it's like the designers and the stylists, all these people were just having fun way back in the day. And something that I can't ignore, this emblem, the Thunderbird, right?
It's for the Thunderbird, yes.
Yeah?
Ford, on certain vehicles, didn't put the blue oval. Earlier Fords, they just had the script. Later Fords, obviously we know today, is the blue oval. The Thunderbird had the checkered flag and the crown as their badge.
Don't you think the names of the cars were way cooler back then?
Definitely.
A Thunderbird, a Stingray.
Definitely. I think they were just trying to be more descriptive of what they were doing.
To all the modern car brands, just come up with more feisty names, like a Thunderbird. I would really want to ride a Thunderbird. How much do you think you might get for this?
This will definitely go north of R1 million.
Definitely. I think before we head out to the auction, let's experience this Thunder. Let's cruise, since you said it's a nice cruise.
It is the ultimate cruising car. Let's go for a ride.
Experience it through me. Absolutely amazing. This is a proper cruiser.
Yeah, I know. It's definitely. And you got a full-size boot behind you.
You can move from one state to another state with ease. Oh, I can imagine when you remove this. It's a beauty. It feels good. Even this is a classic touch. Thunderbird.
$55 Ford Thunderbird hardtop convertible. Any over to it, ladies and gentlemen. Any over to go now. For the Thunderbird, here we go. 500,000 opening bid. Any over to David. Have it clear with gaps. Here we go. At 500,000. Any over to David is selling at 550,000. At 555, 600,000, 650. It's online. 700,000, 75. At 75, 75. Have it clear with 75. First call at 750,000 with the Thunderbird convertible, sir. At 75, 75 and 750,000 now. At 75, 1955. Ford Thunderbird convertible hardtop at 750,000 now. At 775. First call, it's online at 775. Any other bid at 775 now. Second call at 775. It's on the floor. It's online. 999 now. Fair warning. It's online. Floor is out at 775. 75. Sold it online at 775. STC, ladies and gentlemen.
The Thunderbird fell just short of meeting Mark's estimate, but still an impressive result for what must be one of the most stylish cars at the auction. Next week, we feature another 1950s classic, this time from Volkswagen.
930,000 watts.
We get to know a lesser-known Lamborghini.
Going twice on the floor.
And Sabby blows away the cobwebs on a Porsche 911 that's fit for the track.